The Gulf Coast in crisis, and NBC 33 News was there throughout the weekend.
Really crushing. It's going to be real bad.
From Baton Rouge.
We just know it's going to impact the whole industry.
To the coast.
Fishermen here in the Gulf are frustrated.
Sharing the personal stories.
How do you rebuild a job?
And the effect on you.
It won't be good for this area.
On air, online. NBC 33 News. We tell your stories every day.
We don't know what's on the way. We're trying to prepare.
All month long. NBC 33 News has been there.
It's puddles of raw crude stretching 7 miles down the beach.
Telling your stories.
Tomorrow I might wake up and not see the shrimp anymore. It's like really scary.
Personal stories of lives changed.
I should be fishing. It's how I make my living.
It's everybody's nightmare.
NBC 33 News. We tell your stories every day. All month long.
It's puddles of raw crude.
NBC 33 News has been telling your stories.
They don't know when they'll be able to fish.
From the crisis on the coast.
Tonight, the other side of the spill.
Same on the federal government.
To your life here at home.
It's going to hurt the whole town.
And how news affects you.
Everybody is scared to death.
NBC 33 News. We tell your stories every day.
NBC 33 News returns to the Gulf. Join me all next week as we tell you the stories of people striving to recover from the crisis on the coast. From shrimpers returning to the water to fishermen who made ends meet by working for BP. We'll share personal stories of people struggling to survive as life slowly gets back to normal on the Gulf. It's a return to the coast all next week here on NBC 33 News.
Starting Tuesday on NBC 33 News at 5.
All month long.
We don't know what to do.
NBC 33 News is telling your stories.
You can't go out there and work. We helpless for sure.
Talking to real people.
Me and my family cannot live here anymore.
People most affected by the oil spill.
We can't just pick up a briefcase and put a tie and say we're going to look for a job.
Crisis on the coast.
This is about a way of life.
NBC 33 News. We tell your stories every day.
NBC 33 News tells you the stories of the people striving to recover from the crisis on the coast. They needed to support their families, so workers took the only job available with the company responsible for the crisis on the coast. Tomorrow on NBC 33 News at 5.
I'm scared I'm going to lose my job.
All month long, NBC 33 News is telling your stories.
If I have to lay someone off, they can't go around the corner and get another job.
I have to retrain and I wouldn't be able to make ends meet.
People most affected by the oil spill.
Typically, we'd have about 3 times that right now.
Our regular suppliers don't have oysters available.
This is the worst I've ever seen in all my life.
NBC 33 News. We tell your stories every day.
As the Gulf continues to recover from the crisis on the coast, NBC 33's Andrew Capasso travels to Alaska to see how that region overcame a similar oil disaster over 2 decades ago. See how the Deepwater Horizon spill compares to the Exxon Valdez, the initial cleanup, the lessons learned, and what people, businesses, and wildlife are still struggling with 20 years later. Assignment Alaska, Tuesdays and Thursdays throughout February on NBC 33 News at 10.